burning. You have to make space. B-God looks like he's gonna be your #1 position this game. So we'll have everybody grab their heroes very quickly, and we'll be rotating in. And I think this could be the end of XZ. Gets the call down. There's the stun. First stomp coming in. Here comes the second stomp. Luo's got the micro, and he's got the first blood. Way too easy. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of this build on Slark. I think you need to get your stat items up and then go for your blink or your Shadow Blade as fast as possible. 5400 actually going to silence the Centaur here to try and get away. And looks like that might actually be successful for him. Disable's already used. We've got the triple remnant coming out of XCT. Blows up the Enchantress immediately. That's a nice kill so far. And Chizbug next on the list. Still getting burned down. This Flame Guard has a couple of seconds remaining. That's a double kill there. And XZ... well, can he get out of here? We've got the stomp at the ready from the Centaur. Orb comes out of Ferrari, and IG do manage to find some semblance of a turnaround on the offline axe, but 2 might be able to move around with the Skywrath Mage and start looking for some kills. I talked about it in the previous game, and I think the point still stands here, is that Axe is a pretty snowball-y hero, and if these first couple of ganks aren't successful, then he could be in a world of hurt. Chizbug being shown on the middle lane, but the counter initiation is at the ready. Ferrari comes in, they've got the Ravage, they've got the Silence, holding onto the coil for now. XZ, a guaranteed kill. XCT jumps back to the Remnant. We've got the Ice Blast flying in, and it might be a re-engage for Lai-Gaming. XCD coming in aggressively. XCT looks for the combo, gets it out onto June. The pounce is dodged, however, will still be brought down by one more nuke from the sky, along with the Dark Pact. Full death, actually gonna try for a turnaround here. Drops the Mystic Flare, we have a pause coming out of Super at the same time. Look, we've got some issues happening here. Do they choose to fight? Ember's a little bit low on mana, but he's got 2 sips. XZ is low on health. I think they just have to let this one go. And yeah, Luo's gonna tank through that. No problem whatsoever. Ice Blast is fishing for him. Like, it will connect. I don't think it'll be enough to push him down. Super gets coiled on the middle lane as well. Looks like he'll be the next casualty of war here. Chizbug gets chopped down. There's the dunk from XZ, jumping in for a drive-by. June still fighting through here. Got another nice Searing Chains combo coming out of XCT as they find one more kill, and the turnaround is actually 2 for 2 as Lai-Gaming come in there with multiple heroes. Him by the Enchantress. XZ clearing out some camps. Almost gets caught, but fortunately gets out of there quickly enough. We've got Lai-Gaming perhaps grouping up for a smoke. Super getting close to that Aghanim Scepter. Still 2 components away. We're gonna jump in Ravage. Catches on 3. Can actually burst anybody down. Ferrari jumps in with the blink. Needs to use the orb to get a little bit closer, but now he doesn't have to disengage. Playing this more defensively. June, only one way to get out of these trees, and that's straight back towards his team. Chizbug gets caught by the blink and the pounce. There is a nice little bit of micro, the Dark Troll Summoner, keeping the Slark blocked down for a little bit, but it's not going to be enough. Chizbug brought down 2 for 1 the exchange. And the Ravage ends up being used. Ferrari, if he desperately needs the Ags for a defense, but he's probably just going to keep the gold hand ticking away for a little bit longer. Big 4-man smoke from Laya. They've got the Slark a little bit further away, and still with 20 seconds on cooldown for his BKB. Ferrari manages to yield himself as the initiation comes out. Here comes the counter initiation. It's the Ravage. Is there a coil? It's still available. Throws it out. Now XCT already down. Luo tanking the Slark auto attacks at the moment. Buyback from Axe wants to rejoin the fight. Chizbug attempts the body blocks. XCT down onto the low ground. We've got a dunk out from XZ as he does find Ferrari over towards the secret shop of Burning, and June still giving him the runaround. Chizbug now joins the fight, and one more auto attack from Luo helps to seal the deal. They do end up losing Burning as XCD going hard. That BKB finally off cooldown lane. This could be a big initiation. There is a potential BKB from XCT. The slow leads. Ferrari jumps in aggressively, but he gets silenced immediately. XCT gets the call out onto 2. In comes the Ember Spirits, and down goes 1 chop. 2 immediately lost from IG. Ferrari not dropping. And a bit of a stalemate as Naga Illusions will just keep pressing. Poor 5400. He's not having the best time with all this Radiance nonsense. He might actually die here. Is there a Riptide available? Riptide? Yep, he's dead. Okay. Oh, there you go. And it's a big smoke coming out of IG. 2 heroes isolated on bottom lane. They really can't afford to push forward aggressively here. There's the Hex. They need the chain silence. In comes the jump. The Ravage goes out, but they don't get the silence in time. Ravage also not landing. June really wasting that one. In comes a nice Ice Blast. 3 Remnant first. out of XCT. That's an immediate killing spree for him, and now all IG can do is run for the hills. Chizbug gets his TP cancelled. Burning wasn't there quite in time, and with that Aghanim's Ice Blast, I think Chizbug is still dead. Burning the only one to escape, and that's a double kill for XCT as Lai looks straight towards the Roshan pit. Gonna clean split up. Meanwhile, XCD has that Mjolnir complete, so as we talked about, ready to throw that one onto the axe. They've got the jump and they've got the Abyssal Blade on Ferrari. He gets dunked. Luo's gone already. Double kill for the axe. Chizbug gets slowed down. Song. I think Burning is just stalling for this one. As this gets released, we might have BKB's pop. XZ perhaps looking for the initiation. The Radiance Burn immediately cancelling his blink. XZ just going straight in on top of the rack. Out comes the first Ravage. XCD is going to pop his BKB and just go to work. The Refresher was used, but no secondary Ravage available. Melee barracks dropping quickly. XCT on a bit of a world tour, but he jumps in, gets the Naga Siren, brings her down. In comes the buyback. XCD with the Shadow Dance wants to finish off the melee barracks. Liar are still hungry and looking for more. They've got Axe with an Aegis, not a care in the world. Shiva's popped out. He's going to be jumping straight in. Looks towards Chizbug. Reconsiders whether or not the Ogre is the optimal choice here. Gets slowed up. Couple of impetus shots coming out of Luo. We've got the Hex over on XCD. He doesn't have the Aegis. He needs to keep that in mind. 100 seconds dead. XC just going to drop a chop on a Naga Siren illusion, trying to escape, and out comes the song. XC goes down. The Aegis is being used. It's all up to XCT to do the damage, but needs to avoid being locked down here. XC going to pop that BKB. No TP, so I think he's going to fight to the death. Doesn't have his ultimate, used it on that illusion earlier, gets locked down, couple more impetuses flying into his face. Yule Scepter off cooldown in just a second for Ferrari as he gets in front of the Axe. XTT still doing his best, but gets slowed up by Burning. That's going to force the BKB. Axe does end up going down off to the side. Do we have any remnants left? No, so this net from Burning may actually be enough to kill XTT. Ferrari jumps in with the Hex. Lai-Gaming, it is an absolute rout. They lose 4, they lose the Aegis road. XTT getting scouted up by a Radiance illusion from behind, realizing that this is perhaps a little bit suspect. Gonna stick with his creep wave, the rest of his team is off to the side. The Slark knows that he hasn't been seen since that ward on bottom lane. So they're still suspicious and they're gonna look to turn over here. They jump in aggressively, they find Ferrari, they pop him down with the Abyssal Blade. Does he have buyback? No. Chizbug next on the list, double dunk for XZ. Double kill. Burning comes in, drops the song. They need these Ravages to land on everybody, but the BKB comes out of XCT. Out comes the chop, drops the Refresher. There's the second Ravage, but it does nothing. Burning's being locked down by the bash. He's gonna get cleaned up. Luo plinking away on the back lines, but it's a triple kill for XTD. Double kill for XZ. 2 buybacks coming out, but it's a Ravageless Tidehunter and an Enchantress at level 18. Burning's back into the fight, but XC jumps in immediately. XCD comes in as well. There's the silence, and there is the Sleight of Fist. Ultra kill for the Slark. Can he make it a rampage? They burst down the Enchantress with the Ice Blast. June manages to make it back to the fountain, but at this stage, Lai-Gaming just have to hit tier 4s and finish this game up. GG's going to be called by June, and as much as IG were probably the favorites coming into this one, Lai put on a very convincing performance. They keep their calm, they stay composed, they don't trip all over themselves trying to end the game before the Naga Siren gets big. They let the Naga Siren get her farmed. They say, look, we don't care, we've got BKBs against the Puck and the Tide. Naga, you have to win this game by yourself. And, well, turns out that Burning, or at least Naga Siren as a hero, just didn't have it in her, so